Hello student, today our topic is we will discuss different types of number and they are belongs to our sets and we have to find out our first one is called sets. We will define the definition of sets and then work out how many sets we are using in mathematical functions. Second topic is multiples. Third one is a factor, and then we will discuss prime numbers, prime factor, composite numbers, squares, square root, reciprocal, and the standard form of these numbers. These are all belongs to types of numbers, so everything is covering in that topic. So first definition we will start from number one. What is a set? Set belongs to, just like if I draw a bracket, there is a three kinds of brackets. One is brackets or parentheses. One is this called is a small bracket. This called is a middle one, and that's one. They all forms of a brackets. When we are using sets is belongs to elements or objects. What is an element? Elements, like we are just writing down some numbers in this form. If I raise this one, so just like in here, the elements or objects, we can write any number in here, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, up, etc. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements in this set. So that object is called a set. In these sets we have different types of number. The set of natural number, the set of natural number, we have to write down natural number which are starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That dotted line shows up to so on. We are keeping these number starting from a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to so on. And these number is called set of natural numbers, and the notation we are using just n. If the questions comes up, they will say that the any number that belongs to are natural numbers. Natural numbers, just like if I write down, if I selected any value, for example any variable, I selected, if I selected x belongs to n. What does it mean? X could be 1, could be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 up to so on. So that calls set of natural number. The second is called a set of whole number. The whole number, the notation we are using with W, set of whole number. The set of whole number is looks like similar to the natural number, but one thing we are adding in this number, which is called 0. If we add 0, they start from a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to so on. That set is called set of whole number and represent W. The third one is called set of integers. Set of integer. So that represent I. The set of integer, there could be a positive integer, could be a negative integer. But in integer, sometimes question comes that you have to select positive integer. Then you have to only select it positive value. If they are saying select negative integer, then we have to select negative values. But in here, I will write down both values. They all starting from 0 and plus minus 1. Why plus minus 1? Is a positive value and negative value. Same as it is 2 plus minus 3 plus minus 4 up to so on. If I draw a number line, then they will more clear. This is number line. This is 0 point. If we're going left side, then we are writing down negative values. If I going to the right, then we using positive value up to so on. Just like temperature, sometimes temperature drops, so we use negative values. If sometimes temperature is increased, we using positive value. Then we use the number line to work it out. The second one is a multiples. So how to define multiples? They will give us a number. We have to select that number and multiply that number by natural numbers. It's called multiples of that number. So the natural number we already have done. The natural number belongs to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to so on, etc. So the number or multiple is the number multiplying by natural number. So if the question comes up, they will say find first 5 multiple of 5. So you have to find first 5 multiple of 5s. So I will write down answer in here. Multiple of 5 equals, whenever they say first 5 multiples, you always need to select a natural number. Natural numbers start from number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to so on. So they said that only first 5 we need to find out. This number, just like a timetable, we need to time that number by each numbers. 5 times 1 give you a 5, 5 times 2 give you a 10, 5 times 3 give you a 15, 5 times 4 give you a 20, 5 times 5 give you a 25. This is the answer. If they say that, can you find out the first 6 multiple of 3? Then multiple of 3, first 6. So you need to write down 3 times 1, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. This is the answer. That's why we need to know the natural number, then we can find first 5 multiples of or 6 or 7 or 4 depending on the question. So how to find the multiples? So now we are moving to the factor. What is a factor? We done sets, we done multiples. Now the third one is a factor. The factor of natural numbers that divide into it without any remainder. They won't have letting remainder back. So if we select any number, let's say that 8, can you find out a factor of 8? So you need to select natural numbers, set of natural number, and always selecting from here. Can 1 divide 8? Yes, 1 can divide 8 because 1 times 8 gives you 8. 2 can 2 divide 8? Yes, 2 times 4 is equal 8. So 2 can divide 8 also. 3 can divide? No. 4 can divide? Yes, 4 can divide 8. This means 4 is a factor of 8. What about 5? No. 6? No. 7? No. 8? Yes. So 8 can divide 8 also. So factor of 8 are in the form of 1, 2, 4 and 8. That's how we can find a factor. So we have done factor. Now we are moving to a prime number. What is a prime number? Prime number are those numbers who can divide by 1 and itself. The number can divide by 1 and itself. And you can say that it has only 2 factors. No more than 2 factors. If any numbers have more than 2 factors, then this is not a prime number. Then that number will be a composite number. So now we can write down prime numbers belongs to P. So 1 is a prime number? No, because 1 has only 1 factor. So 1 is not a prime number. What about 2? 2 has 2 factor. 2 can divide 1 and 2 can divide itself. So 2 is a prime factor. Oh, sorry, prime number. What about 3? 3 has also can divide by 1 and itself. 4, no, 4 has factor 1, 2 and 4. It has more than 2 factors, so 4 is not a prime number. 5 can divide by 1 and itself. 6 has more than 2 factors, so it is not prime number. We can check. 6 can divide by 1, 6 can divide by 2, 6 can divide by 3, 6 can divide by 6. So it has 4 factors. So it's not a prime number. So 7, 11, 13, 17 up to so on. Like that kind of only the numbers who has only can divide by 1 and itself is called a prime number, and it has only 2 factors, no more than 2 factors. If any number has more than 2 factors, that is called a composite number. I can write down in here. And now the fifth one is a prime factor. The definition of a prime factor is natural number, because all numbers starting from 1, 2, 3, 4 up to so on is all natural number, can be written as a product. What does product mean? Product mean is a times. In mathematical notation we using product. So it's same thing, product or times or multiply of our prime numbers. The prime numbers are those numbers we already done, has only two factors, 1 and itself. So now if they said that can you find out the prime factor of 12, for example, like that, always has to be started from a prime numbers. Prime number, what the number are prime number? 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 11 up to so on. These are the prime numbers. Select from the smallest one. Can 2 divide 12? If it can, so we are using 2. So 2 can divide 12. 2 times which number multiply to get 12? 2 times 6. 2 times 6 we get 12. So we circle that one. Why we circle? Because 2 is a prime numbers. We cannot divide this number furthermore. So we close that number. Now we moving to this one. So 6 can divide. We need to select again from starting from beginning 2. So 6 can divide also by 2 times which number? 3 to get 6. 2 is a prime and 3 is also a prime. So 12 already divided by 2, 2 and 3. But they said that can you write down this is a natural number written in the form of product of prime numbers. These are the prime numbers. Can we write down 12 as a product of a prime numbers? 2, this 2 and this 3. So you can check your answer. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 3 is giving you a 12. We have written this natural number as a product of a prime numbers. Second one is we have done this. So now composite number, I already told that the prime numbers are only two factors, but composite numbers have more than two factors. For example, 4 have more than two factors, 6, 8, 9. 9 has more than two factors. You can see 1 can divide 9, 3 can divide 9, 9 can divide 9. So 10, 12, 14, 15 up to so on like that. We have more than two factors called a composite numbers. So we have done that one. Now also we are going to our squares. Now we are moving to the squares. The square of the number is the number multiplied by itself. If I say that, can you find out a square of 2? Square of 2, we have to use power 2, double power. Just like 2 times 2 give you 4. So this is a square number. Or if I write down here 5 squared, 5 times 5 give you 25. 25 is a square number, etc. So the third thing we have done this, the square root. Square root we are using the notation of a square root. Sometimes we use that one, or sometimes we using that one, power half. What number is it? We power a half. Just like we have done this one. They said that find the square root of 4. 4 can be written in the form of 2 times 2 square. Whenever the square comes up, the square cancel with square root and we will get two values. One is positive, one is negative. Why positive or negative? Just like if we have two values, positive value, 2 times positive 2, they give you 4, positive 4, right? If you have both negative values, minus 2 times minus 2, 2 times 2 give you 4, minus minus give you positive. Again we have positive. That's why we are using plus or minus. We don't know which number we have used, but after square root we have to write down positive and negative, both value. Same as it is if you're using this notation, So they said that 5 squared, 5 squared square root. So now this is a powers. So both value will be multiplied. So 5 power 2 times 1 over 2, half of it. When they multiply 2 divided by 2 and then give you positive negative 5. These are the square root. So then we are moving to the next one. The second law is reciprocal. The reciprocal of a number is equal to 1 of a number. Just like we are flipping the number or upside down. If we have a number, like if I write on 4, can you find the reciprocal 4? Which will be 1 over 4. If you have a number 2 over 3, can you find the reciprocal of that number? We flip that number, 3 over 2 is the reciprocal of that number. So upside down. If we have any number like 1 over 6, can you find out the reciprocal of that number? Then we flip it, so that will be becoming 6 over 1, which is equal to 6. So the last one is a standard form. It's a very big data we are converting into that form to show the values. Just like a distance from Earth to a moon is gonna be like millions kilometers, stuff like that. And then we are using that millions into a standard form. A standard form, number written in a standard form are shown as the product of a number which is greater than or equal to a 1 but less than 10 and a less than 10 and a power of a 10. Just like if I write down a number, standard form, the number should be, if I using a is a number, times 10 power n. N could be anything. So that a is a number which is less than 10, right? But that number is greater than and equal to 1. A is, this is notation, the inequality signs we use, and n is belong to set of integer. Integer could be positive or negative. So now everything is covering in here. So the types of number. For example, if I write down a number 4, 3, 7, 8, this other can you write down that number into a standard form. So now we are using a decimal, moving decimal. If this is a positive number, the decimal point is right till the end. We need a number which should be lies between less than 10 and more than 1. Just like the number should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and less than 10. It could be in a decimal number also. So if we move decimal point to the left, so how many point we use moving? 3. So this is 1, 2, 3. So if I write down that number in the form of standard, so that becomes 4.378. So now this number is less than 10, greater than 1. That's fine. Product in times of which number? 10. 10 power. 10 power. If we are moving decimal from right till left, right to left, then we are using positive sign. If we are using left to right, then we using negative. So now here we are moving, how many decimal we using? 3. 1, 2, 3. So 10 power is 3. Another example I will write down. If I using number like that 0.00758, now they are saying write down in standard form. So we are using this decimal point, moving from left to right, 1, 2, 3. We are moving till here, so we need to write down first that value. 7.58 times 10 power should be how many are? 1, 2, 3. So 3 could be a positive or negative because we are moving from left to right. If we are moving left to right, then power will be negative. This is our topic completed. So any question, please write down in your comments. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.